Hey folks, so today is day number 1 in my Valentine's Day series, and basically this week I'm going to do 5 different makeup looks inspired by 5 different sort of elements or aspects of Valentine's Day that I celebrate or that I enjoy. So this first one is inspired by Galentines Day, and for those of you who don't know what Galentines Day is, it is sort of a little celebration on February 13th where basically you leave your husband's boyfriends at home and you hang out with your ladies and go get brunch and eat waffles and celebrate ladies and being awesome. So I first heard about it while watching Parks and Recreation, the TV show, and I just think it's hilarious. I think it's awesome. And it is actually something that I have celebrated in my personal life before. One of the main ways to celebrate is by eating waffles. Leslie in the show wrote 5,000 word essays about why she loves each one of her gal friends. That's an option if you want to do that. So yeah, you can give little gifts, but main theme of the day is just to hang out with your best friends and your lady friends and just celebrate ladies being ladies. And I think that's important recently given the current state of affairs of the world, so let's just have a moment and celebrate Galentine's Day and ladies. So today's makeup look is just inspired with that in mind. Most of the looks this week are going to be featuring my favorite pinks and purples, as well as just fun little flirty elements. I do hope you guys enjoy this week. I'm going to try my best to include the products that I used in the description bar down below, just because there's going to be a lot of different products from a lot of different brands if you guys are curious. So to start off this look, I went all over the lid with a neutral shade. This happens to be just from the Viseart Neutral Matte Palette. And then I went in and used this sort of wine color just lightly into my crease. And then the shade on my lid is a pigment from MAC called the Pink Pearl. It's just a sort of duochrome purpley pink pigment. And my inner corner as well as underneath my eye is another pigment. This is called Love Buzz from Sugarpill. Sort of sparkling neon pigment is what they call it. Very, very bright, and that's on the inner corner as well as blended underneath my bottom lash line. And then the little heart that I applied here is just using some black liquid liner. You could use whatever one that you have. Then already on the eye, I have Urban Decay Primer Potion. That just happens to be my preferred primer, so that's the one that I like to use. For brushes, I ended up using a bunch for this look. I'm using a large fluff brush from Sigma just to apply an all-over lid color, just that sort of lighter skin color. Then I went in with the darker burgundy color in the crease with a MAC 217. Then I went all over the crease with the pigment with a MAC 239. The inner corner detail and underneath the eye is with a pencil brush or a MAC 219. And then I just used this no-name sort of fluff brush here just to apply a little bit of pigment onto the brow bone. So then I'm just going to go in with this neutral shade. If you're deeper than me, just use whatever skin color is closest to your own. If you don't have an eyeshadow that's similar to that, a face powder is also what I used to use back in the day, just to sort of neutralize the lid. It also just helps any other eyeshadows that you put on blend nicely. And then I'm going to take my 217, I'm going to go into this shade in the dark matte palette, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it. I want it to be very light. I could go in and really build this color up, but I actually sort of just want like a sheer-ish sort of color into the crease. I don't want it to be very dark. As you can see, I just applied that lightly and it went in fairly dark. This is just going to go into my crease. I'm also just going to continue to just blend that out and sort of up to the brow bone. Alright, so with that shade in the crease, next up I'm going to go into MAC's Pink Pearl Pigment. I'm taking that just on a 239 or just any sort of flat shader brush that you might have. Just going to dust that off, and then this is just going to get applied right onto my lid. So just apply that and then kind of work that up into the color that's also in the crease. It's a really beautiful, just sort of pinky purple iridescent shade. Next up, I'm going to go into Love Buzz, which is this neon. I'm just going to take a little bit of that onto a pencil brush, dust it off because it is a pigment. I'm just going to apply that right into my inner corner. Just blend it out lightly up into the inner corner. I'm also going to take this down underneath my eye. The more you sort of blend it out, the sheer it becomes less of a neon and more of just like a wash of pink. And I did forget to mention at the beginning that I used a little bit of the Kat Von D Holographic palette. I just took a little bit on this softer fluffy brush. I'm taking a little bit of the Opal shade. It's the one that has a little bit of a pink shift to it. This is going to get applied right to the high point of my brow bone. And then I'm just going to sort of layer it on top of the neon pink in the inner corner as well. And then lastly for the eyes, I'm just going to add the little heart just with some black liner. And that's pretty much close enough. So from there I'm just going to apply mascara on the top and bottom lashes and then show you guys how to finish up the rest of the face. Alright, so then that's the finished eye look, and I'm not going to apply lashes because I'd be wearing this to brunch and nobody has time for that at that time in the morning. Alright, so then for the face, I have on a little bit of NYX Taupe Blush as my contour. For blush, I'm using NARS Orgasm. And then my cheek highlight, I'm just going to match with my brow bone, and I'm just going to go back in with the Opal, pink Opal color in the Holographic palette. And I'm just going to dust that, kind of do the thing where I sort of connect this into here, you know, just highlight the whole damn thing. Like, even though that's supposed to be kind of a shadow, still sort of slam highlighter in there. Just gonna also do my nose for once, which I don't normally do, but I'm feeling cute as fuck, so because this look is something that I'm just going to end up wearing for brunch, I'm just going to do a nude lip, and I'm going to use something that was actually sent to me for free. I don't know where this came from. It just popped up into my mailbox with like no real instructions, but it's a bunch of the Bite Beauty like little lipsticks as well as lip liners. I don't know where they came from, but okay, and so I'm gonna use them because I haven't tried it out yet. I have one of the other little Bite Beauty little mini things I got from like a Sephora perk, and I really liked it. But then this color sort of popped up, which is a nude, and then the matching lip liner. So I'm just excited to put this on my face. So that's what I'm gonna do. Lip pencil in 020. Alright, so then that's just the lip liner, so that's kind of a really nice shade. It feels very similar to the NYX lip pencils, which I really like. I have like a shit ton of those. I use lip liner because, as you guys know from my like super hella sloppy lip application 80% of the time, I kind of just go bleh and put it on. I've been editing a lot of my videos recently where I've looked at my like liquid lipstick application and it looks like a mess. So I really apologize if you guys watch my video and you're like, what the fuck is that lip line? I watch it and I edit it and I'm like, how did I not see that when I was filming it? It's so caught up in doing it quickly so that like I'm not wasting battery time and all that crap. That's my excuse. It's pure laziness. I can apply liquid lipstick properly if I'm not such a lazy asshole. The little mini lipstick here is in the shade Honeycomb. Alright, so then that's what the honeycomb color looks like on top of that lip liner. Really pretty, and yeah, as I mentioned when I first tried out the original little like mini one that I had there, I like the consistency of the Bite Beauty lipsticks. Like, they feel nice and hydrating. I don't wear a whole lot of like lipsticks anymore. I normally go liquid lipsticks, but I actually like these in the scent so much that I'm considering going and purchasing like big ones, or mini ones will just continue to appear in my life. So yeah, that's the final look for today and my first day in the Valentine's Day series for this year, inspired by Galentines Day and going to brunch with your lady friends and just appreciating each other and building each other up. Keep in mind that Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about celebrating romantic love. It can be friendship love, it can be girlfriend love, it can be any kind of love that you want to give out into the world. And so I'm just doing 5 makeup looks inspired by various forms of that love. If you haven't seen Parks and Rec yet, I highly suggest just going and watching that episode. It's really funny and it's cute. So yeah, I suggest if you can, just go get brunch with your ladies on February 13th and spread the Galentine Day love. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for tomorrow. It's going to be another sort of themed video like this, inspired by an aspect of Valentine's Day. I have a couple ideas, but I'm not really sure where I'm going with a lot of it. Pretty much Galentine's Day and date night were like the 2 things that I had in mind. The other 3 are just gonna be pulled out of my ass basically, but we'll see how it goes. And until tomorrow's video, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye!